We're going to be doing a presentation on the elements of a short story. I'm going to give each of my students before this presentation a comic book, an individual comic book. They will study each of these elements and a handout that will give them a framework so they can fill in with notes and study their short story. The first part of the short story that we're going to study is the setting, the place, the location. Where is the story taking place? The time setting, the historical period. This is all integral in communicating the story and what the context of what is going on within this story. The next thing we're going to be studying is the character. Is your character a protagonist or an antagonist? Protagonist being a hero, antagonist being a villain. What is the action, the appearance? How does this character look? There could be many characters within the story. These are things you're going to have to consider when you analyze your characters. Are they static? Are they developing? Are they individual? Conflict. There are two types of conflict, external and internal. External is a struggle with a force outside of oneself, like a physical context, a fight. Internal is an internal conflict, one of maybe the hero's battling the evil within himself to be good. There are four kinds of conflict. These are all conflicts can be present within a story, and we have to consider these as we analyze our story. Point of view. This is how the story is being told. Is it told from a first person's character within the story, or is it a godlike voice, omniscient, unlimited? Everything is known, no boundaries. It could be any one of these voices, and we have to read our story and determine which of these voices is telling the point of view of the story. Theme. The controlling idea, central idea, or insight offered by the story. And it is communicated by using one of these tools listed, such as the symbol on Superman's chest. What does it mean? What does it say about the story? What does it say about the character? We have to consider this. All the themes and symbols within the story are important in telling the story. And the plot. This is the actual sequential events that happen within the story, from the introduction to the denouement. Now, this is like it begins, has a middle, and an end. You have to differentiate this from the theme. It's separate from the theme. Now, after I do my presentation, we'll have a discussion on whether or not the comic book can be a short story. Discuss what is a short story? What can contribute to literature as a short story? Is a comic book valuable in the lexicon of American literature? And we'll consider this in a discussion. Now, after my discussion, I'll ask my students to write a short summary of the plot, the sequential events. And then if there's, maybe for homework we'll do this, but if there's time after class, I'll show a short movie of a Spider-Man cartoon, I think, and something like this. Maybe we can do something later, but we're going to use this comic book further in the class. We're going to study the character, the themes, everything involved with